Greetings out there to all my friends in low places, diecast deplorables. We're going to take a look at some entertainment cars here. This is the only Hot Wheels car to be featured in the video. It's the only semi-premium release of kit that has ever been done. I would love for Greenlight to do it. I don't know why they haven't. They've got the tooling, and I'm pretty sure that they have the Universal Studios. It might be a separate license, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to try not to handle these cars too much. I'm going to do this one because I want to show you all the cluster in this car is quite cool. If I can... Come on, you stupid camera. Almost looks backlit. A lot of detail that went into that for a Hot Wheels car. Even the mainline car has that detail. It's not just the entertainment car. So even the $1 release has that. Anyways, Johnny Lightning Herbie. Not my favorite Volkswagen Beetle tooling. And may not be the nicest Herbie out there. That I think the Schuko is probably the one to have. Wouldn't mind seeing Greenlight do this one though. Or even M2, but we all know not a snowball's chance in the pits of Hades that that'll ever happen. M2 would never spring for a license like that, ever. It just wouldn't happen. Here is a car. Johnny Lightning butchered this casting to the point where it doesn't even look like a Ford Torino to me. The back end on it is just totally scrunched, but Greenlight did a nice job. This one here has some imperfections with the hood, but other than that, I think it's a really nice tooling, and I look forward to the Civilian Deco, which is coming in the next Muscle release. Another tooling that I really don't have much good to say about. I just don't like this tooling. I honestly like the Hot Wheels tooling better. But I do like the accessories on the top of this one a little better than the Hot Wheels. But as a collector of premium detailed diecast, you have to have the Johnny Lightning Ecto, as well as the Johnny Lightning Time Machine. This one, though, I think they did a great job on. Better than Hot Wheels, although not by much. And I don't think that's because Johnny Lightning did an okay job on it, because I think they did a really nice job on it. But I also think Hot Wheels did a really nice job on it. So, but I do think the Johnny is a little bit better. You know what's crazy is I started collecting because of the Time Machine and the Ecto 1 and Kit. They all came out right around the same time. And I saw the Time Machine, and I think the Time Machine and Kit were the first cars I ever bought. And then I bought the Ecto, and I bought them off the pegs. So it's not like it's not like I bought them from like a collector or a hobby shop or anything like that. I was actually able to find them hanging on the pegs, and it was out of happenstance too. I wasn't a collector, so I wasn't hunting. I was just walking by, And I was like, oh, that's really cool that Hot Wheels did that. I'm going to get it because, they're only $1. And so I picked them up, and that just started the whole thing for me. It's been downhill ever since. But where I was going with that is that when I started collecting, this time machine was probably a $20 to $25 car. This Ecto was probably a $25 to $35 car. Right now, you'd be lucky to get $10 a piece. And the reason for that is because of Hot Wheels. They have since flooded the market with time machines and Ectos. This is a brilliant release from Greenlight. Some of their best work, although I'm a little confused as to why, being that this is a fictional car, it really limits them as to what they can do with it. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, they've got the Muscle Wagons series coming out. Yeah, they do, but this isn't a muscle wagon. This is a car that really never existed anywhere outside of a movie. And they have a new Ford LTD wagon tooling that they're putting out for that. It's a completely new tooling altogether. So, don't know where they're going to go from here with this one. But I am very glad that they did it. That is just a classic. Such a great job they did on it, too. This one here, definitely, as far as like movie and TV cars go, this is probably the most replicated, the Bandit Trans Am. Ertl has done it, Racing Champs, Hot Wheels, Greenlight. I think Matchbox might have even done it at some point. Sorry for the shaky camera. But I think this car has seen more life than any of the others. And I do like the Greenlight the best. Although if Auto World would ever do this car, I would definitely... This, to me, what is this, a second gen Trans Am? This is the second nicest tooling for this car. The Auto World is the nicest tooling. This one here is the second nicest tooling. Now, I would love to have the Hollywood Series 1. I have the Hollywood Series 1 green machine, and I would be tempted to trade the green machine for the regular. It just doesn't pop up very often. And if you're wondering if the one that you have is a Series 1 Hollywood, just look at the front license plate. If you have a Rebel flag or a Confederate flag on there, then you have a Series 1 Hollywood. Now, one thing, though, that is cool about this one here that I do have is that, as far as I know, this is the only one that they've done with a dirty, like dusty, weathered look to it. And this came out of the Hollywood 10-pack. I don't think that they did that dirty look with any of the other releases. I could be mistaken on that, but I don't think they did. So... very, very cool car, the Bandit Trans Am. Here's another Greenlight masterpiece. So many things about this car that make it great. And probably the first thing is just the blank canvas that they had to work with. One of their best toolings in their entire catalog, in my opinion. This Dodge Monaco offers some very nice looking transparent lensed insert tail lights. You can see here, this one is replicated from the movie, so it is missing the rear window. They did go the extra step to create all the tooling for the megaphone and all of the mounting apparatuses that go with it. Just a very, very, very nice casting. I'm happy to have that one. I actually have a couple. This is one that they put out a handful of times, both with the megaphone and also without. Probably the most iconic car in television / movie history. To me, the two most iconic cars are going to be the Time Machine and the General Lee. And that could just be my age, but what's sad about this car is that I don't think we will ever see this car produced again in 1:64 scale. I just don't think we're going to see it. And it's a bummer. Because I would just love to see the Greenlight tooling with this deco. That would just be so good. Really bums me out. The whole ordeal with this whole thing really just bums me out. It's hard for me to understand how for so long there was nothing wrong with it, then all of a sudden everybody is told that it's not okay. But I don't want to get political on the channel. We'll keep it to diecast. I'll just say I don't think we'll ever see it again, and I think that is highly unfortunate. Awesome car. If you're in the market to get one of these, there's only been a few companies that have done the General Lee. Ertl had the licensing on it for a long time. Racing Champions has done it. Johnny Lightning has done it. And I think Revell might have done it. But this one here it's the one to have, in my opinion. Johnny Lightning has put this car out a few times, but this is the only one that they ever did that offers the 10-spoke wheels with the white letter tires and the push bar. This is the only General Lee that they ever did that has those three things. And those three things, in my opinion, are what make this the nicest General Lee. Very, very, very cool looking car. Love it. Some of Greenlight's best work. Mr. T's van. B.A. Baracus. Man, this is just a great tooling. Now, I've seen a couple of people actually on YouTube talking about this, and I've seen it described as a retooling, and I just want to clear that up. Not that it's important, because it's really not, but this is not a retooling. This is a new tool, and I will elaborate on that here in a minute. But this van is just incredible. So glad that they did it. I've got to get the Hollywood hitch and toe of this with the bullet holes. I wonder if that's available yet. I might have to go on and check. Um, so yeah, honorable mention for TV and movie cars. I know it's not iconic by any stretch of the imagination, but I think one of the most underappreciated Greenlight Hollywood cars. To me, there's two. This is one of them. This is from Field of Dreams, and this casting just has so much nice hidden detail. I would encourage any of you that have this casting to open it up, take it out of the packaging, and just really take a close look at it. I love it. The other honorable mention, and I didn't bring that one out, but the Smoky Eunuch Chevelle from Talladega Nights. That car and this van are my two Hollywood series sleepers from Greenlight. You can get this green machine for under $40. That is a great price for this, in my opinion, because the Smoky Eunuch Chevelle, the Series 8 green machine, is probably $150 to $200 car at this point. The second one that came out, which isn't nearly as nice as the first one, is I think about $100 car. So anyways, I did want to talk about this. So we're going to talk about Greenlight toolings. So when I hear, and it's not a big deal. I don't want to nitpick. I don't want people to feel like I'm nitpicking. I just I follow Greenlight fairly closely, and I do try to keep up with all of their happenings. And so I just wanted to kind of explain something that a lot of you might already know this, but this is a brand new tool that actually they just created the tool for this release. And the misconception out there is that it's a retooling of the Chevy G20 van, which is this one. And it's not. They're completely different, which you can see that they're completely different. But even with as different as they are, they could still be from the same tool. Because there are things that they can do with the tool to change it during time of casting. But that is not the case with this particular. You can see the old one is longer, the new one is wider. Both of them are incredibly awesome. But just to give you guys a smidgen of information, useless information, on the bottom of every Greenlight casting, every single one of them has this. If you look at the bottom and just scan it, you'll find a number. There it is right there. It'll always start with GL. This is number GL060A. So this is Greenlight's number 60, and it's version A. The A is important, and I'll explain why, but just to show you here, this one here is, let's find the number here. The numbers are always sculpted in the base too. They're not stamped on the base. They're sculpted into it. Was that it there? GL133A. Okay, so the G20 is my hairy arm. The G20 is number 60. The Vandura is number 133. So they are different toolings. Now, both of them are A. And so you have to ask yourself, what does that mean? Well, Let me show you. This one right here, GL060B. Well, 060A is a Chevy G20, so 060B must be a Chevy or GMC or nope, it's a Dodge B100. Totally different van. Totally different casting, totally different lines. Everything about it is totally different, but they are actually cast from the same tool. You can see on the roof where the Dodge lines stop here. They extend them a little bit for the Chevy. So I don't really know. I mean, obviously they have stuff that they use when they're pouring the Zamac in. I don't know if they just have like spacers that fill the negative space, or if it's just masked off somehow. I don't know how the casting process works, but these two do come from the same tool. And since this is 060A and this is 060B and this is 133A, it really makes you wonder, what is 133B going to be? Because I know what I want it to be. We have a couple of really nice Chevy vans. We've got a really nice Dodge van. We have all the Volkswagen vans that we need. We don't need any more Volkswagen vans, that is for sure. Maybe a T3. I would be okay with a T3. So I'm kind of hoping 133B is going to be a Ford, full-size Ford cargo van. Interesting. By the way, I just learned all of this stuff tonight. Well, I mean, I kind of suspected it, but I confirmed it all tonight. Um, there's a great website. It's a great resource for Greenlight cars. I've talked about it before. It's za3collectibles.com. It's basically an online database for Greenlight. It tells you all the production numbers of each car. It tells you the production runs for the chase cars. It has pictures of everything. It is not kept very up to date. There's still some stuff from 2018 that hasn't been updated. There might even be a little bit from 2017. So, but for the most part, they do keep it pretty updated. But it's not, as far as I know, it's not sponsored by Greenlight. I think it's a privately run website, but it has pretty accurate information on it. And it's a great resource for collectors. If you are buying or selling a green machine, you can go there to get an idea of how many of them were made, because that can dictate the price. Although typically eBay completed listings is going to be your best bet for that. But if you're like me and you just love collecting Greenlight because of the brand, it's just a great place to, they always tell you what's up and coming, and they do have some really cool stuff on the way. With all the awesome stuff that they've put out lately and all the new toolings that they've put out lately, like this and the R33 or R34 rather, and the Lincoln Continental and the LLV, all the awesome stuff they've been putting out, they still have a ton more. A bunch of new toolings coming out. So, za3collectibles.com. Y'all should check it out. Yeah, I think I might put that rack on that there Toyota. Movie cars. Movie cars probably get more people started collecting in diecast than any other theme. But with all of that stuff said, I would like to say thank you, everybody. 5 or 6 of you knew that you disliked the video when you clicked on it, so make sure you go hit the thumbs down. And everybody else, thank you. I always appreciate your support of the channel. I always appreciate your viewership. Feel free to leave your thoughts, comments, and questions at the bottom of the video. And I'll holler at the next one. Peace.